team, check it out. We've got some cool stuff in. Look at that. All right, I'm actually going to try and walk through a couple of these slides here, see how everything's going. But I wanted to show you something interesting. See that we have these connections here? That was the best way to get these connections made for these slides. We are going to put some grates covers over there, but we made it to enough where we can access them. Right? These are the octopus slides. Really cool, and they are semi-transparent. Can't see in my hand. I tried this the other time, it didn't work. Really cool looking. This is a Pro Slide Mini Tornado. I haven't actually been in this one. It's so cute. Yeah, look at that. So cool, man. So cool. Check it out. Yeah, little tornado. It's cute. Let me see if I can walk up here without hurting myself. All right, yeah. Okay. Diffuser. The connection for everything's under this line right here. I think, right? Yeah. We're gonna have handrails here, of course. You can see it's pretty high, and then you're gonna be able to have really good view of the tornado once you're in it. Check that out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Got a pretty good view up here. Same thing with the wave, the mini wave here. Cool little view. That's a cool shot, man. That's cool. Very cool, very cool. All right, let's go check out the other ones. Yeah. It's coming along. They're doing a lot of work already. You can see we've got bull rock already down here between the slides. It looks good. These little octopus body slides, racing slides, really nice. Here's the little bowl, which the bowl is really cool too. Okay, little racers. These little racers are going to be awesome. They're going to be pretty fun, actually. Look at that drop. It's a pretty decent little drop. Wow. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of this one from Pro Slide, but that's a good little drop too. That is pretty cool. Look at this side. Isn't it awesome, guys? Very cool. Now, there's a lot of work going on. You can see over there, they're actually got a grinder. They're diamond grinding all that old surface we have on the old splash pad. And we're probably bringing in a product called Por Viva, German company, I believe, or Swiss or something like that. But all the colors are going to come and blend in this section right here where the toy's at, and then it'll go around the whole thing. And what that's going to do is that's just going to blend these two sections together, so it's one big toy play area. It's going to be really cool looking. A few cabanas are going to go here. Steps, you can see they already cored. This is where we're gonna have our handrails come in. What are we hiding down here? Okay, sanitary sewer or storm sewer. All right, so we got a little bit of water already in the surge pit. Interesting, interesting. Okay, yeah, you can see it's already got a lot of cleanup done already for that splash pad. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, let's get the pump house. Home. Now, we have not named this pump house. I don't know what the best number is going to be. I'm thinking if we follow our current mantra of how we do pump houses, this will be pump room D, as in Delta, which would be cool. It'd be fun. What we got here? That's cool. I don't know what it is. Some kind of switch, pneumatic switch. Cool. I don't know what it's for though. Defender's different. It does have these Siemens controls in it. Let me open it up real quick. It's a lot different from the other ones. So the other ones we have has all control on this main PLC connection. Now this one's separate where we have the PLCs here. I think this will probably be easier for us to manage because this is a universal screen, whereas the one we have on the old ones, it's not universal. It's hard to get. But nonetheless, this looks a little bit more industrial to me. So I think this is a good choice by Neptune Benson to go in this route. Okay. All right. AccuTab chlorination system. You can see it is tight in there, but it's not going to be terrible to work on. It's going to be pretty cool. Nice bright orange ball in there. Yeah, lots going on here. It'll connect here, and then of course we have the acid right here, the new one. This is the acid right, so that's going to be pretty cool. And all it, I mean, the acid's by demand, so you're not gonna. We don't have a lot of acid sitting here. It's perfect. Look, we have power, guys. We have power in here. If I'm not mistaken, I wasn't here for it, but I do believe they've actually checked rotation on all the motors. Now, let's go through the whole pump house. Let's talk about the pump house, right? So here, let's start at the beginning. Surface water. This will bring us our water from our domestic line. Autofill. Oh, that's a cool autofill. Autofill here. We can bypass it, fill up the surge pit. You can see the surge pit has some water in it right now, actually. But we can fill up surge pit with this 1.5 inch, which is great. Okay. All right. So this pump right here, if we look, goes up and around. That actually go to one of the, that goes to the wave, if I'm not mistaken, for the wave slide, which is the one where it's the wall almost, right? And then this pipe right here, if we follow it, that one goes to this pump, and that one actually goes to the little mini tornado, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. All right. And then we come over here. This pump, being a big bad boy, flows all the other slides, and you see they're in this array right here. Not too bad. It's actually a lot more room than I was expecting. It didn't look like that much room in the drawings, but we got plenty of room actually. All right. Let's talk about the Defender. If you know a Defender, you know it's going to have a pre-coat line. Here's the pre-coat line right here. Right. Goes up and around. Well, this way. Yeah. Turn around. Okay. A little catch basket. It's so cool looking. I don't know why. It's just pretty. Very pretty. Pretty. All right. They installed it today. We have a chain fall for this. So what this is going to do, if you follow the water, so let's follow the water. So pump up here goes down, flow rate right here. It's going to filter and then coming out the top. So at the top, that's the effluent valve. When we're in pre-coat, it'll be shut, and then the pre-coat will actually open. Pneumatic valve's there. It'll open and go through this whole cycle right here and coat the filter. Once it's in filter mode and sending water, two things are going to happen. We're either going to send water to the splash pad, which that's what these are. These will go to the splash pad toys individually, or we will go to the surge pit, okay? And then we have an open cut on that line. You might be able to see it, I can't see it. We'll have an open cut on that line for the surge pit, right? When we want to send more pressure, which I think we're gonna have more pressure than we need for the splash pad toys, so we're actually gonna have to throttle this one open to allow some of the flow to go back into the surge pit, okay? All right, so let's talk about chemicals. So if we follow, let's see, if we follow this line right here, is it? Yeah, this 3-inch line right here, okay? If we follow it, it becomes our chem loop. Comes over here, pressure here, and pressure over here, right? Okay, and then the pump down here, these little pumps, and that little pump down there will send chemicals back into the chem loop line once it's calling for it. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to dump it straight into the surge pit. Okay, so we're going to get a good slosh, a good rotation in the surge tank. We're going to have good chemistry in this pool. Beautiful chemistry in this pool. Okay, if you look at this 1 inch, there's 1/4 inch line right here, 1/2 inch line, sorry. It's post filter, okay, and it actually should dump over there too. Yep, it does. You can see it. That is for the sample. So if we come over here, we follow that 1/2 inch right here. It's coming to the sample line. So this is for the chemtrol to read. This is a 2100 PC 2100. I was trying to get the smaller one, but right now we decided to just stick with this one. It's what we know. Over the next few years, if I have breakdowns in the other units, we'll go ahead and purchase those other ones, and the newer ones, which is the 1500s, which is the one I want. It doesn't have like a bunch of bells and whistles. It's just enough to operate what we need, which is chlorine, acid, pump. We're done, and that's it. All right, let's talk about the filter itself. Couple things that are cool that I've seen lately is, well, let me say this. They gave us a vacuum. Where is it? This is the vacuum for the vacuum transfer, but it goes here. and it sticks out here. It's a lot. It's a lot. So we're, you know, we thought about it. It's like, how often are we actually doing a filter swap? Well, we're doing it maybe once a month for this, probably, hopefully, if not a little less, maybe 3 weeks. But we don't need the vacuum to stay up there the whole time. So we can actually take it off, get it out of the way, or we can just put it down on the ground, connect it, and we're good to go. But it's out of the way for now. So there's that, right? And they actually made this really nice. I didn't notice this. Out of Unistrut, they made us a nice rack for the hose. It's beautiful. Because it usually goes on here, right in this section, but we just don't have the real estate, right? Okay. This line right here is going to be the the overflow for the top of the filter, so we can, one, we can get all the air out of it when we're done vacuuming, and two, when we are in vacuum mode, we can vacuum right here. This is the vacuum set for it, right? All right. If we follow these 1/2-inch lines, this is something that they did. If you know my pump house as well, you know that we actually have ball cocks on top of the pipes to purge the air. They've actually brought everything down for us, which is a beautiful thing, and I think we're gonna probably start looking at doing this ourselves and the other ones. I'll talk to Legend and see if he likes to do that. I'll give somebody that project. He'll probably like that, because it'll make life a lot easier for us. Okay, so there's the pump house there. Yeah, we've pretty much covered everything there. Each motor is protected. Well, let's go through the piping real quick. We have a pressure gauge on here, and we have a pressure gauge on the output, okay? We do need a vacuum gauge at one point, but I'm not sure where we're gonna fit it. Ooh, it's gonna be tight to find it. Anyway, we need to figure out where to put a vacuum gauge. Yep, we don't have a lot of real estate, boys and girls. Here, I might be able to get away with it here, maybe. And then I've got a tap right there for that one. It's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to figure out where we want them. We'll figure it out though. All right. Each motor is protected at a knife switch, along with being on a soft starter. So we have soft starter, soft starter, soft starter, VFD. The VFD is specific to this Defender. Well, it's for the pump, but because the Defender will actually control the VFD as far as when to call to run and call to stop. So it's going to be able to control it, this Defender. Plenty of power in the house. You can see up above me, I have the low volt transformer, so I'm bringing in 483 phase for all the big stuff, and then I'm dropping down to 280 single phase for all the low voltage stuff, which will be on this side, I think. Nope, this side. Let's see. Yeah, there's all my low volt stuff. Okay, and how much service do I got here? Let's see. So I've got 100 amp service. Oh, I don't know. Whoever's an electrician, maybe y'all can tell me. Do I have a 100 amp service here, or I have more? This one says max on the board is 225, but there might only be 100 amp service, which is okay. We don't need much in here. But the electricians were really cool with us. Everybody's been listening to us and everything we want. If you notice, check it out right there. We have a service receptacle right there, right next to the surge pit. So if we need to put a sump pump in the pool, we totally can. Or in the surge pit, no problems. We don't have to run a bunch of extension cords. We're right there. Same thing on this side. It's right here next to it if we need to run a sump pump there, but also we're right next to our control system for the auto leveler. Beautiful. That was the cool thing about this project is, and we got a service receptacle there, and we got plenty right here. What I was coming to is the electricians, the plumbers, and I'll pitch everybody real quick. So we have Progressive Commercial Aquatics. They're out of Houston, and they have they have a location in Austin. They're the ones that built the pump house, or at least built the plumbing system for us. All this, they put it out, and they are specialists when it comes to Defender. They're both Actab and the Esrite. They're awesome. If you ever build a swimming pool, chat with them. They're awesome. They've built a number of pools for me. And with that, they actually asked me, "Hey, how do we want to operate this?" Yeah. How do we want everything in place? So they were able to listen to everything we want. The electricians, that's JL Wood Electric, my buddy Roland, shout out to you, Roll. He came in, asked us how we want everything wired up. Do we want to put, because look right here, we could have put our knife switch off here, off of some Unistrut, but we brought in Legend. Legend says, you know what, that's okay. We could still slide the motor back, there's plenty of room. And then we all decided, you know what if we just run the lines on the floor and we put everything on the wall? Do we have the real estate? They measured it, they said no problem, we have plenty of room, we'll put it where you want, boys. Done. So we're good there. So it's amazing. So everybody was willing to listen to us as the operator, and you don't really get that when you're coming to doing stuff like this. Usually it's installed and then you work it. I apologize, they're blowing the park or blowing everything around here. I don't know what that is. So one thing you'll see, there's a receptacle here, but if you follow it, it goes to here. So what this does is it's actually controlling when the vacuum is connected to it, and you call for vacuum here, it'll turn on this power switch. Okay. Now remember, the Defender is pneumatically controlled. Everything's pneumatic, right? Valves are pneumatic. Everything's pneumatic. Okay. So it needs an air compressor. So what we did is we have this gap here. Earlier when we were doing this, we were talking we're going to put it here, but it wasn't going to be a lot of room. There's still plenty of room here. Plenty of room. I got a new guard for this. We accidentally crushed it. We have a new guard though, coming in shortly. Actually, I already have it. I just need to put it on. But we have a service receptacle just for the air compressor. That's amazing to me. I mean, it's just perfect. We'll notch that out. We can get the wire to close up. But isn't this awesome, guys? Team, I couldn't ask for a better build. This has been really cool. We could have asked for a couple other things, but it was a little too tight. So let's talk about that. So if you notice, we talked about we're either sending water to the pad or we're sending water to the pool. Now in the splash pad that we currently have, we're able to shut water off completely to the splash pad. Here, unfortunately, we just don't have the room. We don't have the real estate, because look how close all the T's are, how everything, it's really close. Here, get you a better angle. Okay. Everything's really close. So we couldn't actually put in another valve to shut the water off going back. So now we're just gonna base it off of what pressure. So the goal is well, hopefully we can open that valve, and open up that valve, go straight into the surge pit, and won't send anything to the splash pad. If it is still sending stuff to the splash pad, we can turn down the VFD a little bit. Now, speaking of the Defender, look at this hand window. I mean, look how big it is, guys. If we're looking at it, it's about from here to here of opening. Now remember, that other one was only about the hole that big. Now we have this whole thing, and we can get in there and clean this the spray or the tubes super easy. This is going to be a game changer for us. Game changer. Unfortunately, it's on the little one that's probably not going to need to be cleaned very often, but we'll do what we got. All right. Is there anything else I missed? I don't think so. I will say, so we have a blue Guardian and we have a stainless steel Guardian here. So Guardian does by Neptune Benson. You can get them in stainless, or you can get them in fiberglass or stainless. Actually, yeah, it's stainless coated, powder coated. I actually had this one. We've had this one since we opened the park, and I decided, I was like, guys, we could save a little. I mean, it's not, honestly, these are pretty pricey. They're about $3K. I was like, but I have this one in the back. You know what? Let's just put it in service. It's just sitting there. I don't need it. And it was the perfect size we needed. So it worked out perfect. Put it in service. It's no longer sitting in my bench stock. A $3,000 piece of equipment, $3,000 piece of equipment sitting in bench stock. Yeah, we don't need that. So yep, put it in service. We're good to go. Good flow meter here. I don't remember the brand. These are flow control. But the reading will actually come off of the Chemtrol here, which is going to be pretty awesome. So that'll give us two ways to read, to be a what's the word? Interlock. So if it doesn't feel flow there, it'll shut it off. It doesn't feel flow at the squirrel cage here, the little squirrel cage, it'll shut off. The next one is we'll actually wire it up here, where it'll send a signal to the Chemtrol and says, hey, I'm in bump mode, don't do anything, and it'll turn off. So, yep, okay. I was looking at something, sorry, thinking, but no, we're good. Okay, bye. Yeah, you see there's a beautiful gauge right there. I mean, it's awesome. Well, team, that's it for the tour of this pump room. Hopefully soon we're starting everything up, and I'm definitely going to get the startup video for you on that. This is a brand new attraction, so we're excited. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, tell your buddies, tell your friends, and yeah, appreciate ya. We'll see you later. Peace.